for my last man standing application. So the first thing that we have is the login page. From here we can either register by pressing the register button, which will take you to this separate activity to enter an email and password, or if you already have an account, then you can enter it here to log in. So I'll use my email, and if I press login without entering the password, you can see that it says email password can't be blank. Now we'll just log in with our password here. We get authentication success, and we are taken to this new activity. This is the main landing page activity. Another thing that we can do to log in is if we close the app and we just go straight back onto it, last man standing, you can see that it keeps logged in. This is because that we use Firebase authentication, and it automatically will keep you logged in unless you log out. So from this page, we can see the mini leagues that we are in. We can create a new league by pressing the create new league button, or we can join a league by pressing the join a league button. I'll just create a new league called Demo. And if we confirm here, it will again say that we need to supply all the passwords, all the fields. So we'll just type in demo as the password here as well. And as you can see, that's just added that to the bottom of the list of leagues that we're in. Then we can click on that league and it will take us to the page for that league. So our selection is none. We haven't selected a team yet. Our status is still standing. We haven't been knocked out of the league. As you can just see there, by the way, I set a notification to go off during this demo, just as an example, to say the deadline is approaching to lock in those teams. So every week a notification is sent saying that you need to pick your teams, because if you don't pick your teams in time, you get knocked out of the league. This notification works by using notification manager and a alarm manager. So the alarm is fired once a week. I just changed it to go off during this demo, but normally it will go off at Friday, just before the football game week begins. So back to the page, we can see that the current game week is game week 1. Our selection is none. Our status is still standing because we haven't been knocked out of the league. And if we go down to the bottom, we can see in the league is just me, and my status is still standing. And now we have to pick a team. So every week you have to pick your team and hope that that team wins in the Premier League. So we're just going to pick any of these teams. We'll go for Everton. And you can see that it changes our selection to Everton. And Everton is now highlighted in green. And we have different pop-ups for every single team just to make our selection. Once we've selected a team, you will see that we can't select a team anymore because we've already selected one. So that's that. I'll just go into a different league, like the Pizza League, and select a team here as well. You can see there's a few people in this league already. I'll select Arsenal this time, and then just one more, we go into the Loose League, and I'll select Brentford as our team from this league. Cool, so that's all of that. Now I'll just log out and log back in as a separate account. So here we're logged in on our separate account. I'm just going to join the other league that we've just created, just to show that as an example. Here we go, we just joined this league. Again, there's validation on this, so if we do that, it will say incorrect password or league name. That's if anything is incorrect, so it has to be the specific combination. We'll log in, and now we've joined the demo. Oh, got to wait for the database updates, my bad. Okay, there we go, demo. So here we have our league. You can see that we're in here with our other account, and I'll just select the team in here, select Arsenal. And that is the majority of that. We can see we've already selected some teams in some other leagues here. I did that ahead of time. Okay, and now the next thing I have to change is I have to change the game week to game week 2, just so that we can see how things change at the end of every game week. So I'm just going to go into the database real quick and change when the game week is. So now I've updated it, so it should be game week 2 now. So if we click on the demo league, you can see that it's now game week 2. We have been knocked out. The team we picked mustn't have won. And we can see that, yeah, everything's changed now. It's gone all grey. You can't pick any more teams. And it says that we are knocked out the league. Yeah, and that would be the end for us in this league. We're now knocked out. Yeah, I think I actually picked losing teams every league for this account. So now I'll just log back out and log back in on my other account, and we can see how things are different. Cool. So if we just go back to the demo league, we can see that our selection is now none because we wanted the new game week, and now we have to pick a new team. So that's still standing, and as you can see at the bottom there, we are still standing. And now we will pick our new team for the league. Ooh, sorry, let's just go back into, yeah, we can now pick our new teams. We'll pick Liverpool this week, and there we go, we have it. There we have Liverpool selected as our new team, and that's how that works. So all these teams, you might have also noticed, are now different because the fixtures are shown here. So Arsenal are playing Fulham this week, so they're next to each other like that. I believe that is all the functionality, so I'll just go on to my discussion points. Another thing I forgot to mention is the fact that the app bar changes in every page you go on to show what you're currently doing. So we have the app bar saying last man standing just for the home page, and then here it will say Pizza League because that's the name of the league we're in. And if we go back to the login page, we can see the app bar changes again. So we're using, we've got a bunch of pop-ups. We've got Firestorm, Firebase authentication used for logging in and storing data. We have dynamic created buttons in the leagues. Just go back in there. With image resources as well. That's the one. We've got an alarm manager and a notification manager controlling our weekly notifications. So yeah, onto the critical analysis. I would say the app is professionally made. There's no bugs found from any of our user testing or from what I've found. All features that I intended to implement have been implemented successfully, and the application is now ready to be deployed and used. Some things which could have gone better, I was hoping to use an API to get my fixtures and have live Premier League updates. However, there were no free Premier League APIs, so I ended up having to fill out all the fixtures and Premier League information myself in the database. And now I'll just talk a bit about the design guidelines I followed. So I used Google Design Guidelines following Material 3, which is the latest Google Design template. I used Material Theme Builder to pick the colour scheme, which you can see with the different shades of greens and purples. They were the primary and secondary colours that we went for. Yeah, we used Material Theme Builder for picking the colour scheme, which is recommended by Google Android Design Guidelines. We use elevation, different aspects of the application, such as pop-ups and just around the buttons to highlight those areas. Again, Google Design Line. And we also use the material floating action bar, action button, which you can see at the bottom for the logging out thing, which is again it's just used by Google because it floats above everything else, and it's just a really clean way of having a persistent button available. I also used the Premier League application as a guideline when I was making this app because they were meant to be my stakeholders. So I'll just show you their application. Use all the same colours and layouts and similar assets as well to the Premier League application. So I believe that is everything. Thank you for watching. Alright, see ya, bye.